Welcome back into Weather Channel Live. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm meteorologist Felicia Combs alongside meteorologist Chris Bruin. Want to get straight to the latest in the tropics because we now have potential Tropical Cyclone 9, or you may hear it called PTC 9. This is what is forecast to eventually become Imelda. You can see it here highlighted about 55 miles northwest of the eastern tip of Cuba as of the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. You may be like, what does that even mean? Why do I even care about this PTC? Well, this is a newer designation from the National Hurricane Center that when the system has not quite formed, when it's not yet a tropical cyclone, but it does look like it has a high chance of becoming one, and especially close to land, this allows the National Hurricane Center to run more models on it and also put out alerts when you don't actually have that tropical system named or developed yet. So it really is one of those tools that the National Hurricane Center uses to get people ready for what could be a quickly evolving situation and a quickly strengthening system. You can see it here hanging out off the northern tip of eastern Cuba. The forecast is for this to continue lifting northward. We've got alerts up in the Bahamas. Now, so far, it's had a hard time getting organized because it's been interacting with the mountainous terrain of Hispaniola. You can see some of the high peaks there. This will disorganize even a well-formed storm. So when a storm is just trying to get organized, that interaction with that mountainous terrain can create a big issue. Taking a look at it on the visible satellite, you can see these thunderstorms kind of bubbling up across this region. Before a tropical wave or a PTC actually becomes a tropical cyclone, it's basically just an area of really messy weather. And that's exactly what we've had around the Greater Antilles and Turks for a couple days now as it's been moving through this region. We've got some winds out there, nothing too gusty currently, but what this system has been very efficient at making is heavy rain and thunderstorms. You can see the squally weather across this region, lots of lightning with it, lots of heavy rain, and that's one of the big concerns for this region, especially eastern Cuba, as well as portions of Hispaniola up into the Bahamas eventually, with this potential for very heavy rain adding up and causing some flooding issues. You can see it on the water vapor here. We've got plentiful moisture to work with and not a whole lot inhibiting it right now where it's located, with the exception of that topography of Hispaniola, the mountains that I was talking about. What you'll notice is north of it, we do have a little bit of shear that it could interact with as it's moving through the Bahamas this weekend. That's something that we'll have to watch. But what I want you to notice as I put this into motion for you, you'll notice by Saturday morning you can kind of see that broad area of circulation over the Bahamas, and then that continues to be the story throughout the day Saturday and into Sunday. Your eye may go over here to Umberto as well, so that is what we're watching there. That's why we've got those alerts up for the Bahamas, tropical storm watches and warnings in some of these places. The rain still to come across eastern portions of Cuba, Turks and Caicos up into the Bahamas is one of the concerning parts. The other issue will be some of the swell coming from this. This is going to ramp up the wave conditions as well. So we're going to be watching that. Now, of course, when the National Hurricane Center designates something PTC or potential tropical cyclone, they are also able to put out that cone forecast. And so, Chris, a lot of people are going to be anxious to see what that looks like. Right now, it's just a visual representation of what we've been saying, which is we're still not quite sure early next week what the system will be doing.